Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're journeying back in time. Not just thousands, but tens of thousands of years to uncover a story etched in stone. We're heading to the Iberian Peninsula, specifically eastern Spain, to explore the incredible world of Spanish Levantine rock art. This isn't just about pretty pictures on cave walls. It's a window into the minds and lives of our prehistoric ancestors, revealing a level of sophistication that might just blow you away. For a long time, we've admired these ancient artworks for their depictions of hunting scenes, animals, and human figures. But a recent deeper look into these masterpieces is revealing something extraordinary. These early societies were expert climbers, and they had the gear to prove it. We're talking about ropes, ladders, and techniques that show an incredible understanding of physics and risk management. This isn't just speculation. The proof is painted right there on the rock face for us to see. Imagine living in a world without supermarkets or delivery apps. Your survival depends entirely on what you can hunt, gather, or forage from the landscape around you. And in the rugged, cliff-filled terrain of eastern Spain, some of the most valuable resources were located in very hard-to-reach places. Think of birds' nests full of eggs, or even better, beehives dripping with precious energy-rich honey. Getting to them wasn't a casual Sunday stroll. It was a high-stakes, life-or-death challenge. This is where the genius of our ancestors shines through. They didn't just look up at a cliff and give up. They innovated. They developed tools and techniques to conquer the vertical world. And the most crucial piece of their climbing kit, the rope. The rock art from this region provides us with some of the oldest and most detailed evidence of rope technology in human history. We're seeing more than just a simple line. We're seeing complex systems that suggest a deep, generational knowledge of knots, fibers, and climbing safety. Let's zoom in on a groundbreaking discovery at a site called Barranco Gomez. Here, archaeologists found a truly remarkable painting. It depicts a human figure, or what we call but this isn't a free solo climb. The figure is using a rope ladder. Let that sink in. A rope ladder, a piece of technology we still use today, was being used by people thousands and thousands of years ago. The detail in this painting is what makes it so significant. The artists didn't just draw a couple of lines. They depicted a ladder made of thick, braided ropes for the sides, with rigid rungs in between. The ladder is shown hanging from the top of the cliff, providing access to the hive. This isn't just art. It's a technical diagram. It shows us that these people weren't just throwing a single rope over a ledge and hoping for the best. They were constructing complex tools designed for a specific purpose. This discovery it challenges our old assumptions about the technological capabilities of hunter-gatherer societies. Making a strong, reliable rope ladder is not a simple task. It requires an intimate knowledge of materials. Which plants make the strongest fibers? How do you process them? How do you braid or twist them to maximize their strength and durability. This single painting implies a whole chain of knowledge and skill, from botany to engineering. Furthermore, the paintings often show not one, but multiple figures. In some scenes, one person is climbing while another is at the top of the cliff, seemingly acting as an anchor or a belayer, managing the rope. This suggests that climbing and gathering weren't solitary activities. They were community efforts requiring teamwork, communication, and trust. The person on the ground or at the top of the cliff had the climber's life in their hands. This adds a whole new social dimension to our understanding of these ancient societies. It shows a level of social cohesion and cooperation that was essential for their survival. This use of ropes wasn't limited to just gathering honey. Other rock art panels in the region show figures using ropes to descend cliffs, possibly to hunt animals like the ibex, which are notoriously agile cliff dwellers. In some scenes, it looks like they might even be using ropes to lower hunted game down a cliff face, a much safer and more efficient method than trying to carry a heavy animal down a treacherous path. Each of these depictions adds another layer to the story, showing that ropes were a versatile and indispensable part of their toolkit. The consistency of these depictions across different sites, spanning hundreds of miles and possibly thousands of years, is also telling. It suggests that this wasn't an isolated invention. This was a widespread cultural technology, a body of knowledge passed down from generation to generation. A young person would learn how to identify the right plants, how to process the fibers, how to tie the essential knots, and how to climb safely, not from a textbook, but by watching and learning from their elders. It was a living tradition, essential for the community's prosperity. So, how did they make these ropes? While the ropes themselves, being made of organic material, have long since decomposed, we can make some educated guesses based on the environment and later archaeological finds. Plants like espato grass, which grows abundantly in the region, are known for their strong fibers and were used for rope making in later historical periods. The process would have involved harvesting the grass, drying it, and then painstakingly twisting or braiding the fibers together to create a strong, reliable cord. The thicker the rope, the more strands, and the more work would be required. A rope ladder would have been a significant investment of time and resources for the community. The artists who created these paintings clearly understood the importance of this technology. They didn't just paint the act of getting honey. They deliberately included the tools that made it possible. They chose to highlight the ropes and ladders, giving them a prominent place in the composition. This tells us that they saw this technology as a key part of their identity and their success. It was something to be proud of, something to be recorded for posterity on the rock walls that defined their landscape. What this all boils down to is a fundamental shift in how we view our prehistoric ancestors. They were not the simple, primitive people we sometimes imagine. They were intelligent, innovative, and resourceful. They were scientists, engineers, and artists. They observed the world around them, identified problems, and engineered sophisticated solutions. The rock art of Spanish Levant is a testament to their ingenuity. It's a library of ancient knowledge, and we are only just beginning to learn how to read it. Every new discovery, every re-examination of these ancient paintings gives us a clearer picture of their world. It's a world where humans had a deep and intricate relationship with their environment. A relationship built on knowledge, skill, and cooperation. The story of the rope makers of prehistoric Spain is a powerful reminder that the drive to explore, to innovate, and to overcome challenges is one of the oldest and most fundamental parts of the human story. It's a legacy written in ochre on stone, waiting for us to uncover it.